Would you help me get this on? I got a place that I gotta be. Please believe me, nothing's wrong. Just wanna show another side of me. Between the rules that we all follow and the ones we choose to break. Feel like making a move tonight. Just wanna make another big mistake. Oh, suit up and it'll make you feel better. Suit up and it'll make it alright. Suit up and it'll bring it all together. Cause the more the suit fits, the easier it gets. Suit up and it'll make you feel better. Suit up and it'll make it alright. Suit up and it'll bring it all together. Cause the more the suit fits, the easier it gets. Give me $1 and make me change a couple thousand and I'll make it true. No one ever said it was easy stepping out into the real you. Oh, 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 I can't see and I can't breathe. The head on my shoulders makes me complete. And I'll do whatever makes me free. So cheers to another big mistake. Oh, suit up and it'll make you feel better. Suit up and it'll make it alright. Suit up and it'll bring it all together. Cause the more suit fits, the easier it gets. Suit up and it'll make you feel better. Suit up and it'll make it alright. Suit up and it'll bring it all together. Cause the more the suit fits, the easier it gets. I feel I'm thinking they all don't have to be the same. Go make it your own world. Suit up and make a change. I feel I'm thinking they all don't have to be the same. Go make it your own world. Suit up and make a change. I feel I'm thinking they all don't have to be the same. Go make it your own world. Suit up and make a change. Suit up and it'll make you feel better. Suit up, it'll make it alright. Suit up and it'll bring it all together. Cause the more the suit fits, the easier it gets. Suit up and it'll make you feel better. Suit up, it'll make it alright. Suit up and it'll bring it all together. Cause the more the suit fits, the easier it gets. Suit up, it'll make you feel better. You should never argue with a crazy you oughta know by now. Know it by now. Whoa, is that all you get for your money? Suit up and it'll make you feel better. Suit up, it'll make it alright. Suit up and it'll bring it all together. Cause the more the suit fits, the easier it gets.
And hello, friendos. I hope you're doing okay. Hello, Samaro, Gyroscope, Copa, Error. Hello again. Hello, Ono Stoltzman, Kimba, Doomslayer, God Two Chooks, Glitch the Cabot, Mav the Wolf, M4 Max, Kinsey Call, Dark Soul, Henry Griffith, and all the other awesome people. Heather Pete, Ezekiel, Timmy Vaughn, Captain Trashcan. I haven't seen you in a while, friendo. It's good to see you again. No, please nothing that will stress this. It has been an extremely stressful day, and I just kind of wanted to relax, talk to you guys a bit, just because it's been one of those days. One of those days where you think, oh, how could it get any worse? And then it gets worse. So, yeah, just kind of wanted to relax and hang out with you guys. Please, no FNAF. I just want to hang out and talk, or even play games with you guys. That's fine. Oh, how have you been, Mark? Well, Heather Pete, I got a new job, which I officially started on Monday, and it's going good so far with the new job. And we were getting ready to move because the job's an hour and a half away, and the apartment complex decided to spring some random legal thing that they didn't tell us about. When we moved into this apartment complex 3 months ago, we said, hey, we're signing on for a 3-month lease, so that way we can leave this lease at the end of this 3 months and move on. And they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. They don't mention anything after that. And then 2 months before we're getting removed, they call and they say, hey, are you guys still looking to move out at the end of the 3 months? And like, yeah, we're pretty much planning to. I'm not sure where this contract's going, but we're planning to. And so, once it comes time for us to move, I show up they have new parking passes. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get the new parking pass, even though we're moving out soon. And they're like, we're not tracking you moving out. I'm like, well, yeah, our lease is ending. We're moving out at the end of our lease. And they're like, oh, no, that's not how this works. And so they pull out some document that we had to sign. And it basically said, oh, we're leaving in 2 months. So on top of us having to be here an extra 2 months and me having to drive an hour and a half to work, they are upcharging us $450 because our lease is out. So we don't have the same rent terms that we had when we signed on. Now we're contacting our legal representative, we're contacting our attorney and letting them know the situation. And immediately when we found out, our rent was going up from $1,800 to $2,250, we freaked the hell out. And it's been a really, really hard and emotional day because as soon as we came home and saw how much that we owed, yeah. Gerse has been crying all day. I've been very upset. But I wanted to say this. We tweeted it out and put out some information about our situation because it's an emergency to us. And a lot of people came to help. And we're safe now. We're okay. There's no reason why you guys need to, throw any more money our way. We can pay the bill. But hopefully this new job, even though I have to drive an hour and a half, hopefully our attorney can work it out with them and get us out of here so that way we can actually move. And hopefully they refund the money that we just had to pay. I'm really hoping because it's been really rough. Thank you for following me on Twitch, Camo Baza's really long word. But I know and I had to at least address those because I wanted to tell you guys, like, okay, we were really worried, but we're not worried as much right now. There's a lot of really awesome people who came to help and throw some money our way. And Gerse is accepting commissions right now because now we have to pay this really big bill. So, no, I'm not streaming on Twitch. Somebody just followed my Twitch. It's just my alert box automatically says, oh, hey, somebody followed your Twitch. Even though you're not streaming right now, here's the notification. But I just kind of wanted to relax because it's been one hell of a day and just talk to you guys. If you want to donate, just to show something, because you guys can put a media chat link in there. Thank you, Shadow the Husky, for following my Twitch. It means a lot because right now, basically, I'm working to get a paycheck at the end of the month. Zane Snip as well, thank you for the follow. I think I did that out of order, but that's fine. So yeah, I just want to relax. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about or ask me, I'm down to talk about whatever, maybe even play some games. Joshua Martin, it really means a lot. Thank you. And Vanguard, it's totally okay. I understand, and you don't have to throw anything. It means a lot regardless. Let's play I Spy. Why? The Real Cat M, thank you for the follows on Twitch, friendo. It is Pride Month. It is. Happy Pride Month, y'all. Mark, what do you think about trans people? I'm trans. See, here's my thing, is that you are who you are.
I'm sorry to hear about what's happening. I hope things get better for you and Gertrude.
Links, thank you for the $5 donation. It means a lot, friendo. Thank you. Copa!
I couldn't sit idly by and watch you guys struggle. Here's to great content and even better friendos.
Copa, thank you for the $200 donation. It means a lot. If you want me to do anything or play anything, just let me know. Jero, also thank you for the $5 donation. Your video will be playing.
It's been one of those days.
It has been one of those days. But seriously, Copa, holy shit, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Oh god. Like, today has been, like, just a roller coaster, right? We have amazing people. And I don't know how to process everything. Gerst was crying at the start of the day because we saw the bill and we're freaking out, and then I made the tweet just because I didn't know what else to do. I felt awful because we had to stream for moving, and then we can't move because now I have to throw $2,500 or $2,250 in a fucking bill, and then all of a sudden, like, I make the tweet and Gerst tweets as well, and then all of a sudden, Gerst comes running into me crying and saying, like, everything's changed now, we're okay. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she had received a good number of donations, and now, like, we don't have to worry about that bill. And I don't know what to do to pay you guys back. Like, it's ridiculous. Thank you, Copa. Thank you, Lynx. Thank you, Jero. Like, I'm somebody who doesn't cry. Like, my body actually has trouble processing emotions, and I struggle a lot to actually even, like, have emotions sometimes. Like, I'll get angry, but, like, most of the time it's just, okay, you know. I'm a little bit peeved, but I'll move on. And I do get sad, but it's like, most of the time, I just shrug it off. But, like, this, there's so many emotions happening at once that my body is just continuously freaking out. And if there's ever a moment in my life I wanted to cry, it was today. And I just don't... I want to release emotions, and it sucks because I struggle with emotions, you know, and the military has taught me for a very long time that emotions are just need to be kept within yourself, and you can relieve it, you know, by going to the gym or, you know, something physical. And I don't really have that right now, and it's been rough. So, like, I just want to let out emotion, and I didn't know how. Like, I had so much pent-up emotion when I went to the office to talk with the manager, and she told me basically, oh, no, you guys are going to stay here for another 2 months because you didn't submit this form. I probably said something that I shouldn't have as I walked out the door because I was so pissed off that I just went off as we were walking out the door. And so I without a doubt, they heard me. And I'm normally not the kind of guy to do that because most of the time I try to stay civil until I'm outside of the public. But I went off because that pissed me off to a point in which I'm like, okay, now we have to pay rent and we can't move. And I still have to work a job that's an hour and a half away. But it's been ridiculous. You guys are just so fucking amazing that, like, I don't know how to give back. I don't know what I can do to show you guys, like, anywhere near what you guys have done to us, or done for us today. And this weekend. I don't know. You know? It's been rough. But I can't say how truly thankful I am to have you guys. Like, without you guys, God only knows what would have happened. And it's fucking amazing. I oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I want to do something for you guys to show how much, like, just to give back to you guys. Like, yesterday we did the raffle, and Shadow, if you're in the chat, please DM me on Twitter, because I need to get your address, because you won Fox and Pepper CD. I can't find your information. But there's just so much. Like, if there's anything that's not stressful right now, I will happily do whatever you guys want me to do. If you guys want to play Super Animal Royale with me, let's play Super Animal Royale. If you guys want to hop on VR chat, I'll start a private group with you guys, and I'll hang out with you guys. I'll do anything, because I just feel as this... I'm so in debt to you guys because of how amazing you guys are. And I don't know what to do other than say thank you over and over and over again. Because God knows that I have so many emotions going through my head right now. And I'd be in a very bad situation if it weren't for you guys. So thank you. Thank you a lot. Oh. Well, yeah, heck, VR chat is free tomorrow. Unfortunately, I can't find any micro avatars, so you won't be able to step on me unless you have a macro avatar, I guess. Hey, Glitch! How's my favorite bottom today? I'm sorry, how are you doing? Thank you, Koala. Like, it's funny because, like, okay, so, the friendo, right? I say friendo to everybody. Hey, Pinkaberry, I hope you're doing okay. I call people friendo a lot, and the reason why I called people friendo was because, like, to me, like, everybody who joins my chat and who hangs out, like, you know, I've been doing this, especially, like, streaming for over 3 years now, and YouTube for almost 4 years now, and, like, originally I came up with friendo because I was like, yeah, you know, it's cute, but I realized, like, I came up with friendo because you guys are legitimately, like, the best friends I've ever had in my life. Like, even my friends at home, when I describe some of the situations I have to go through, like, they don't show the same things that you guys do. You guys have helped me through thick and thin in some of my worst situations. And it's just been... It's... Words, Mark. Words. It's been like an emotional roller coaster, and every single year something crazy happens, and no matter what happens, like, you guys always come out of nowhere and save my ass and help me, and I try my best to make good videos and give you guys content because I love you guys. And I want to show you guys, like, positivity and love and affection, because that's all I've gotten. I have gotten nothing less than amazing people to share my life with. And I could never have asked for anything better. So, yeah. So don't drive to give me a hug. I mean, you can, but then you'll have to know my address. Oh. I know. I have emotions right now, and if I could cry, I would. God knows, like, I just really want to vent emotions, and the only way I can do that is just to share with you guys how fucking thankful, how happy, and how proud I am to have such amazing people in my life. Shit, man. Oh, Joshua Morton, not Morton. I keep saying Morton, and I fuck your name up. I'm sorry. I just saw on Twitter of the cute little picture that you drew. Thank you so much. It's fucking adorable. I have some stuff to make you one. What do you mean tomorrow? Rip, move out. No, we're working on it. We have to call our attorney, which we're going to do that tomorrow, as well as we're getting a second copy of our rental agreement. And we're going to hash out with our attorney, with them, like, you guys knew when we signed on the lease that I would not be here in 3 months. Why have you not given us any sort of, like, information as to what we need to do to move out with you guys? Because, like, I've never
For
been...
me, I don't want any reward, but I wouldn't mind having you guys over for my furry YouTuber pizza party at AC, and if you like, I'd be happy to give you some lightsaber training. And also something from Disney's Galaxy's Edge when it opens.
I would love something from Disney's Galaxy Edge. I want to go, but, you know, money. Also, Anthrocon, with all of this stuff happening right now, we're not sure if we're going to be able to go. My work is tracking that I want to go and that I requested the time off for it. However, I'm not sure if it's going to be achievable because of the bills that we're having to pay right now. If we can get out of this, then we're good. We don't have to worry about it. We can go to Anthrocon. But if we can't get out of this, there's no way we could make it to Anthrocon financially. Because what we're paying right now is what's going to be due again next month. And even though I've asked them, like, hey, can you just get us out of this? Like, I've never been in an apartment complex that treats your rental lease like a Netflix subscription. Like, that's fucking bizarre to me. And I couldn't even believe it when I heard it. Every place they're like, oh, hey, your lease is about to end. Are you gonna, re-up your lease? No, okay. Well, your move-out date is this. Have a good day. This place is like, oh, you're not going to move out when your lease is done? Well, your rent is going to go up to $450 more than what you're paying currently. And until you sign a document that we don't tell you about, good luck. It's like, why? What in the world is this? Yeah, it's fucked. I don't know, like, what sort of laws they have that can protect us from this kind of shit, but it's fucking ridiculous. Have a good one, Kinsey, and thank you for coming out. My new job is IT technical stuff. I'm going to be helping out with some technical stuff for the Department of Defense. In California Elevators, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, we're doing our best right now, and without you guys, God only knows where we'd be. So I just want to say thank you. The only thing I had to do was contract to the agreement when I moved out was surrender my deposit. I've never had a rate increase. Yeah, no, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know why they are doing this. And then they're like, oh, you want to get out? We'll submit this paperwork. And we can't legally let you leave until we replace you. It's like, what? If I want out of my damn agreement, keep my security deposit, I'm leaving. But they're not letting us. Like, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Thank you, Lynx Wolf. I really appreciate it. Yes, I did cybersecurity in my previous job. This new job, they haven't really told me much as far as the information that I'm going to be doing. So, yeah, we'll find out. If I ever actually...
That's sad.
Thank you, Sen, for the $2 donation. It's infuriating, and it's been pissing me off all day. Like, I don't know if anybody else has problems with migraines, but when I get really pissed off, I get migraines, and I've had, like, a ringing migraine all fucking day. Because, Lord, man, this shit's ridiculous. Yeah, like... Everywhere I've talked, like, I've been in rental agreements plenty of times in the past, and no one has ever done this. And, like, it is actually feeling as if I am actually stuck in an agreement and in a prison to live here now. Because they've upcharged us and are not letting us leave. I'm down for that, Jero. Mystical Delta, don't worry about it right now, man. If you want to donate, you can donate. If right now our situation is okay, you know, people have helped us out all day, and I think we're in the clear now. I'll double check with Gerst once she gets back, because she's going out to get some meals to cook, because we can't afford really to go out and order food. So she's getting us some meals to cook for us. Her and her mom are here. Because her mom came down to help us move. And now we're not moving, so now her mom's just here. So we can make microcon, no macros allowed. No, we need macros there. So that way they can help us with the elevator situation. That way there's not an elevator.
Here, Yago brother, some money from a fellow vet.
Oh. Lone Star. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. I really appreciate it, dude. It means a lot. I will send you a pizza. Jared, it's okay. It's alright. Honestly, at this point, like, once this whole situation resolves itself, like, I want to start doing more with my YouTube. You guys do so much for me, and I just want to do so much back. And before, I used to just, like, I'd get so caught up in trying to make perfect content that it would make me struggle with content, you know? You want to create the best thing out there. But really, what people want is they just want you. Like, yes, it still needs to be good. You can't just make dumb things and hope to get great things back, but honestly, like, I just want to create anything that continues the positivity that you guys have shown me. Like, 4 years ago, when I first started doing YouTube, God only knows, Lynxwolf, thank you for the follow on Twitch. But, like, I never had imagined doing something like this, even for fun or as a hobby. I never imagined having amazing people like you guys in my life. And it's absolutely something that I can't put into words really how absolutely thankful I am for you guys. So, hopefully, once our attorney gets into contact with the apartment complex, we can hopefully move out. Hopefully give us something instead of just, 2 months. Because I don't want to pay $900 more than what I was already paying to live here when I told you guys, like, no, that's not cool. So, no, furry boy, thank you. You should collab with other people. I try. Mav the Wolf YouTube, thank you for the Twitch follow, and the main theorist. Thank you both. Like, I do collab with others. I feel like sometimes I collab with others and people kind of don't see what I do, or they just don't realize that I did it. And I don't know really like what to do in that situation. So I want to play Smash Bros. Sometime, Mark. I don't have a Switch, but I'd love to. Happy Pride Month! I love your blue t-shirt. Oh, it's a kitty rave. It's my kitty rave t-shirt. I have a lot of cat shirts because cats are adorable. But thank you, Caleb Young. Well, wish your friend happy birthday for me, alright? Have a good one, dude. With a Switch and a hug. When I was growing up, a Switch meant a spanking mechanism. So it's weird to see, don't worry, Mark, I'll be there with a Switch and a hug. It's like, okay. Please don't beat my bottom, please. It seems like you're in a really situation sucks. It's just because you got stuck in a contract. I really hope you get it sorted out. Thanks, Torch the Wolf. We're doing our best right now. For a Nintendo Switch. I would love that, but I also need to get a capture card. Because if I play a Switch with you, like, if I ever get a Switch, I want to stream what I play on the Switch. So that way you guys can watch me do dumb shit. Oh, sorry. I forgot my phone was there. My phone's moved. Oh, God. Bean Herman, thank you for the follow. Kuiki the Purple Fox, Pinkaberry, and Amethyst Box. Thank you all for the follows on Twitch, friendos. Ooh. Nintendo Switch. Yeah. No, let me change my answer, Mr. Teacher. I came from playing CSGO. Well, hey, Yariel Super. Oh, I don't think people can handle hearing my deep voice. Well, what I want to do is, I feel like as if I'm in debt to you guys. So I'm going to stream until 11 because Majir and Kiwi are going to stream. And they've really helped me out. And so if you guys want to hang out with me until they start streaming and then watch them, that's up to you guys. Regardless, you guys have done so much for me, and I just wanted to do what I can to give back. So, I know you've talked about wanting to do something like Game Grumps. If you want, I can take some time, bring retro games, and we can record stuff. See, I've wanted to do stuff, but every time I've, like, even either uploaded or considered doing Let's Play content, it goes very south very quickly. And I think it's just because, like, my personality when playing video games is not that not that interesting. I love Game Grumps because they're able to make it work, and I just wish I could make it work like they do, because they create really funny and interesting content, and I struggle with it. Delorkmon57, thank you for the follow on Twitch, friendo. Thank you. I love my cat shirts. Mark Sparks Furry Extravaganza show. We're gonna have sock puppets and video games. 10-minute power hour 2. The Switch is a godsend during deployment. I wouldn't doubt it, Tactical Raptor. When I was in South Korea, I had a PS4, and like it made the deployment go faster. Even though it's not a technical deployment, it's a tour, but it still made it a lot better. It isn't playing it 24/7. It's like our armor group when we're playing. Yeah, I know. Like, I think if I end up doing something, because what I had wanted to do was do something like, not really a podcast, but like a Let's Play interview, where we play an easy game, like nothing that's too complicated, that way we can still answer and talk. But I wanted to do something where I bring really awesome and positive people into the fandom, that are in the fandom, into my live stream, just to be like, I'm going to interview you while we play some dumb games or play something that's calm and relaxing, you know? And I wanted to do that because I don't think that there's anybody who actually like really does that in the fandom. And that was something I really heavily considered there for a while. But I haven't actually been able to make that work. Golf with Friends with live interview. Yeah, no, that would be horrible, because like, I'd be like, hi. Yes, what's your name? Oh, good. Glad to have you here. I hate you! Why did you block me? I'm not making par! Yeah, just yelling and being dumb. Kuwait isn't a deployment either. I mean, as closer to a deployment than Korea is. Hey, Mark, how long did you serve in the military? I served for 4.5 years. I served in the Army. See, like, I can just imagine playing something like Mario Party or Mario Kart while trying to do an interview. Just like, yeah, you know, how did you join the fandom, you stupid son of a... Why did you... It just goes from, like, nice and peaceful to just straight up being mean to each other. Do you play Rainbow Six? Every time I tried to play Siege, it kills my computer. And it's the weirdest thing because no other game really does that. Like, I have a good graphics card and I can run VR and do VR just fine. But for some reason, Rainbow Six Siege, I've tried reinstalling it. I've tried contacting and putting in a trouble ticket. They don't even know what the problem is. Literally every time I start it, the graphics get all wonky and then my computer shuts off. So I stopped playing Rainbow Six Siege. Did you just take my star? Get out of here! Interview's over! I've always wanted to just do something like that. That's always an idea I've had in the back of my head. As well as, like, I've had, like, a couple ideas for, like, music videos and things. Because, like, there's always, like, things in the back of my head where I'm like, this would be a good idea. And I write it down and I keep it in this nice little list of stuff. But then when I go to, like, hang out or do collabs with people, I never think to actually look at what I've already, like, written down in the past for stuff. So that's like, oh man, I don't know. I've always wanted to do something like that though. Do you have any advice for people that are new to the fandom? If you're new to the fandom, number one, don't steal other people's content. Obviously, don't steal other people's artwork or characters, because it's essentially you impersonating somebody else, and that's not cool. You can degrade somebody else's livelihood without even knowing it. Secondly, the fandom is amazing. It might have its drama, but don't get caught up in the drama. Ultimately, the fandom is a very awesome and positive place, and if you start focusing on the bad instead of all the amazing things that are out there, you're going to have a very negative connotation of what the furry fandom is pretty quickly. So, what Jesse G, I'm confused by your question. Yeah, don't trace other people's artwork. That's just not cool. Like, if you want to, like, look at somebody else's artwork for inspiration on to draw, or, like, even to follow along with somebody as they're drawing, just to get an example of, like, this is how, like, their style works, and I love their style. I don't want to copy their style. Wrong757, thank you for the follow on Twitch. But I want to draw something like yours, or I want to make something that is yours my own. No, that sounds wrong. Art stuff is very complicated to me because I'm not an artist, so I think, like, okay, you know, tracing is bad, stealing other people's artwork is bad, but to me, like, for example, right, if I like Game Grumps content, and I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to steal their content, but I can get inspiration from somebody else's content. That doesn't mean I follow the same thing or do the same things. I'm just inspired to try something because of what they produce, because it's amazing and I want to try my hand at it. I want to make it my own. To me, that's not a bad thing, because, you know, you look at everything out there, it's like, if I make a video, it's a guarantee now that somewhere on YouTube somebody else has done something really damn close to what I was doing. So I think that, to me, if I'm drawing something, not tracing it, I'm not stealing it, but I think that your artwork is something that's awesome, and I would like to have a style something like it. Not directly the same thing, but I want to add my own. I want to have my own thing. Being inspired by somebody... Being inspired by somebody is much different than stealing somebody else's stuff. You can aspire to be somebody great because somebody else is great. And that's okay. But stealing somebody else's identity is not okay. Yeah, referencing. Referencing is a good word. Did you watch the beta video from today, Mark? Potato, I have not. I haven't really been doing anything other than being stressed. So, I'm watching the stream for like minutes without commenting. Well, hello, Super Lemmy Andrew, and welcome. Zootopia's Got Talent? What? What are we talking about? I plan on joining the army after high school, but don't know if I should continue on my furry hobby there. Dude, I did. Like, here's the thing. Here's my experience with the army. Everybody has a little bit of a different experience. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. The army cares if you're violating the law. If you're a furry and you don't do anything bad, you don't do drugs, you don't do anything criminal, they don't care. Honestly, if you go to furry cons and you participate in some of the charity events, they will love you for that because that makes them look good. They say, oh, hey, this soldier here, he does charity events in like Pittsburgh and Chicago. He does all these great things. That makes them look good, and that makes yourself look good. So, if you're worried about being a furry in the military, ultimately, you have rights as a soldier, and if anybody violates those rights for some dumb reason, you can take legal action, and you can get that person in a lot of serious trouble. So, ultimately, I don't think you should be worried about it. Granted, don't go shouting it from the rooftops, but if you happen to be doing something or looking at something or planning to go somewhere and somebody asks you, just be like, yeah, dude, I'm going to a furry convention. And if they start laughing or if they ask you questions, know that there's certain bounds. Like, if somebody asks you, oh, so do you have sex with dogs? That's a sexual harassment violation. Or, yeah, sexual harassment violation. And they can get in serious trouble for that. Know your rights. Mark, I can support you. Dab, dab, Thanos backflip. What? Tell Patches I said hello, Copa. What's it like being in the fandom? Always say one thing, the people. Yeah, no. The people is what make the fandom amazing. Like, that's the whole reason why, like, the fandom drew me in very quickly. Was because it wasn't anything other... Like, the art's cool. The fursuits are cool. The conventions are cool. But they would be nothing without the people. Like, the furry fandom is made up of people from all different places, all different walks of life, all different jobs, all different backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities. But yet we treat each other like family. And that's what matters. Like, honestly, this job I'm getting, I wouldn't have gotten if it wasn't for somebody saying, oh, hey, you're looking for a job? I just left this job. You have the same line of work that I do. Why not try these guys? And you referred me, and now I have a job. Like, the fandom helped me get this job. And, yeah. It's amazing. The people make the fandom good and bad at times. Well, you can't exactly have a community with having a few bad apples. It happens. Have a good one, Doom. Like, it's always my thing when people say, oh, no, the furry community is pretty bad. It's like, no, it's not pretty bad. The furry fandom is what it is because of the people in it. If the people were all really bad people, the fandom would always be very bad. The people make up this fandom. The people are what make this fandom great and what make it interesting. Because we don't... Like, yes, there are things that inspire you to be furry, right? Like, Fox from, like, Star Fox and, Zootopia. That kind of stuff gives you the idea of, like, anthropomorphism being cool. But that doesn't get you into the fandom. The fandom is you making the conscious effort to be like, yeah, these dorks who dress up in animal costumes are my friends. They're fucking cool, and I want to be like them, or I want to have a fursuit too. Or even if you don't, you just say, I think that having a character that's portrayed in that way is cool, and that's what fucking matters. That's where you become a furry, and that's where you become a part of the fandom. Hello, Tokyo! Where are the beans? So, that's just my opinion, of course. But, yeah. And somebody asked me what I think about transgender people. Dude, you be whoever you want to be. You be whoever you are. What makes you great is what makes you great. And nobody else can be you other than you. So, yeah. I love people for who they are, not what gender they are, what ethnicity. That's dumb. People are people. No matter what they call themselves or who they are or what walk of life they run. If I love a person for a person, nothing else changes that. No beans. No, you need beans, Tokyo. Was that Dr. Seuss? Was it? It's Mark and the Beanstalk, not Mallstock. You're right, Samaro. I heard this saying from the movie Fighting with Family. I don't know if you saw it. I haven't seen it. Don't be the first me, but be the first you. Yeah, I'll never forget, when I was in South Korea, I was having a lot of difficulty passing my PT test. I sucked at running. I could do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups easy. When it came to running, I struggled, and I never figured out why. I did just suck at running. But I failed my first PT test, and they were threatening to kick me out of the Army if I failed my second one. And I remember I was walking in to talk with the company commander, with my squad leader, who was this awesome, the best sergeant I ever had. And I looked at him and was like, dude, I just don't fucking know if I'm meant to be here, you know? Like, shit's fucking sucking. It's hard, and I'm doing my best, but nothing's coming out of it. And he just stopped me and looked at me and was like, you wouldn't be here if you weren't who you are. I wouldn't care about you if it's not who you are. You are who you are. And without you here, so many things would be a lot different. I don't care what you do in your mean time. I don't care, like, what kind of person you are. You're here. And you're amazing. It was kind of, it's like one of my most, like, memorable things that somebody's ever said to me. Hey, that's awesome, Luca. Give him our gentle step. Is that just how you hug micros? You just, like, lightly step on them? Yeah, no, so, like, in the Army, you have to run 2-mile run. And you have to run it in a certain time. And I literally failed my PT test by 1 second. And it messed with me. Because that was the second time I failed it. So they were actually going to kick me out of the Army, but I was very sick, so I ended up taking another PT test before they could file my paperwork, and I ended up passing. So I stayed in the Army. What's your favorite food? Lasagna. Even though it gives me really bad acid reflux. I love lasagna. Mark, I feel like you should get a new camera for your PC. Well, see, here's the thing. I just got this thing before I moved here, and it supposedly shoots in HD 1080p. So I'm kind of confused because people keep telling me it's not the best thing out there, and I paid $100 for it, so I sure as hell hope that it's really good. I like the fettuccine. Some people were complaining about it, so that's why I'm like, I thought that I got a good camera, but everybody else seems to think that I do not have a good camera. It definitely isn't at its full potential if it's supposed to be 1080p. See, that's why I'm confused. Sinfurry, thank you for the follow, friendo, on Twitch. It's not the camera, it's the lighting. That could be. I'm using Philips Hue strip lights in order to showcase my lighting. And it's not the best, I know. But also, I don't really have anything else. Because there's no light fixtures in this entire apartment. Still don't figure out how they got away with that one. It could be because you're streaming with the camera, then I don't know much about webcams. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, even my settings say that I should be running in 1080p output. Ooh. Yeah, it should be 1080 by 720. So that should be what... That should be it. I should be running in 1080p. That's why I'm confused, because people keep saying I'm streaming in 720p. Doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'm going to have to check through my stream settings and make sure I'm doing something right, because it's apparently saying that I'm doing something wrong to everybody else. But I have the settings set up so that it's doing something right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if anybody's 144p, that's your internet connection, because that's not on my end. Yeah, I'll have to talk to you later about it. So, Samara, there's actually a game that me and a friend have been playing called Neos VR, and it's definitely made by furries. Like, there's no way it's not made by furries, because they're like, oh yes, you get to pick from the avatars that we've made, and it's like, there's a TV head man, there's an astronaut man, and then it's like a Dutch angel dragon, a shark, a dragon, a wolf, and it's like, you have more furry avatars in your game than you do human avatars. There's like no regular human avatar in the pre-made avatar selection. It's very clear that it was made by a bunch of furries, but they have a size ray that you can actually use, but it only works on other people in the game. So, yeah, that's probably it, Jero. Yeah, Neos VR. It's Pride Month, so that means James Charles and J.K. Rowling. Stop it. Hi, Potato the Vegan. I just, like, we were messing around with it the other day just because I was like, I had seen stuff on YouTube that was like, Neos VR, there's a size-changing gun, and furry avatars. And I was like, okay, I need to see how legit this is. And it's actually, like, out of anything in that game, the size ray is definitely the best working thing. Like, it works really well. It's really cool. So, if you have VR, definitely check out Neos VR with some friends, because it's a lot of fun. Although, they definitely need to optimize a lot of things, and you can't really play without having, like, an account, but the account's free, the game's free, so... Yeah, tomorrow, hit me up with them. Let me know. Okay. Yeah, let me know, because I have a bunch of different stuff, but none of them are really optimized for VR, but Neos VR seems to be fairly well optimized. It's still an early access game, but it still works. Hey, that Indonesian furry. Good to see you again. Edward James, so far it's looking really good. Thanks to a lot of the awesome people in the community, it's been getting a lot better. Mark, I was just on Twitter and found a website that could help you negotiate your bills. Shoot them to me in a Twitter DM. We're already getting our attorney into it, so that should be enough to negotiate. But I'll take a look and see if there's anything I haven't already looked at. My favorite YouTuber other than myself. In the community, I have to say Majira. Just because somehow that man has a work ethic like no other. His merchandise, everything he does, his videos, while still going to 5 cons in a row. His work ethic is astounding. His personal reasons why he creates videos it's definitely... It's just inspiring. He does so much and tries so hard for the fandom. And it's really inspiring to me. Even getting to wear his fursuit at cons, getting to see how happy people are when they see him, and how really he does help a lot of other people out. He's helped me a lot. So, in the furry community, I'll say Majira. When it comes to real life real life, I say, YouTube creators. It's either Game Grumps or Jacksepticeye. Because I love Jacksepticeye's whole positive mental attitude stance and what he does with that. And I love Game Grumps because their sense of humor and just how down to earth they are on every single situation that they talk about is really good. And I love that. Pun War. Not the Pun War. Oh, people are talking about Pun War again. I'll have to do another one. Picari is also really good. I don't know Picari as well as Majira, and that's why I always say Majira, just because he's inspired me to be where I am, and inspires me to keep going and keep creating. Picari is also somebody who I've met and hung out with, but I would love to get to know Picari better. I just realized how big this Pride art is going to be sized. Yeah, I saw what you were doing. I'm really excited for what you're doing with that. Which Pun More video? There's 3 of them. Yes, Maro, hit me up with your details. Let me know. My favorite YouTuber is Kiwi. My favorite non-furries are Jenna Marbles and Game Grumps. Jenna Marbles is definitely... I love how Jenna Marbles, like, her attitude is in every video. My brother used to watch her when we were a lot younger, back when she did Landshark. And that was the first time I'd ever seen a Jenna Marbles video. When are we moving? Currently, we don't know. Unfortunately, we got some pushback from our current place, and we're having to deal with them legally because we feel as though our rights are being violated because they're making us stay here for another 2 months because of some invisible paperwork that they didn't even tell us about, even though they knew we were going to leave. And so we're contacting our attorneys and getting them involved to see if we can resolve this without having to pay an extra $450 a month. So... Laugh! I can't do his voice. I'd personally like to know every furry YouTuber out there, but I would... Well, would say I watched a lot of Markiplier, Jackable, and Pewds. Yeah, I can see that. I haven't watched Markiplier as much. I used to watch him a lot when I was stationed in South Korea. He's a very emotional guy, and I think that if you, like, for me, when I watched a lot of his content, it made things kind of drown out whenever I'd watch his stuff. But his streams were really cool. Mark Spark Supplier. Yeah, Jacksepticeye's Funniest Home videos are also really good. Wait, who's shipping who? In the fandom, my favorite is Saffron, plain YouTuber. My favorite is Game Theorist, MatPat. Oh, that's cool. I don't know, there's a lot of furry YouTube content creators now. Like 3 years ago, there was not this many. It was like me, which I wasn't even big back then. 3 years ago, I had barely 2,000 subscribers. And back then, Majira had, I don't know, 20,000? Maybe 20,000? It might have been like 30 or 40,000, but he definitely wasn't at where he is now. He was nowhere near what he is now. And it's like, back then it was like me, Majira, Picari, Fjord, Vix, Dash and Mangi were still uploading then. Who else? I think I said Blue the Dragon, but if I didn't, Blue the Dragon, obviously. There's a lot of different people. Well, there wasn't as many people as now. Now it's like, free YouTube is definitely blown up. Need to get the Potato the vegan wagon. Vegan wagon. Just need to get the good old the Emperor Palpatine with the Jedis are taking over, but change it to the furries are taking over. Each piece of paper I'm using for Pride art is 18 by 24 inches. I have a lot of characters. Yeah, but I'm really excited and really thrilled at what you're doing. You're going to do a good job no matter what, and I'm excited to see what you do. And if I end up running into you at a con and you want me to sign anything, like if you want me to sign the artwork or whatever, let me know because I'd love to. A live stream furry D&D, I would love to do that. The problem is that we have to get furries here for it, or we have to organize an event because D&D takes a lot of time. And it takes a lot of creating. Yes, Kai the Husky. Sign me on my arm, please. Okay. Okay, I'll never forget the first time somebody asked me to autograph something. I was like, are you sure you want me to autograph it? My handwriting's terrible. And they're like, but I love your stuff, and I just want you to sign this. And I was like, okay. I've never autographed something before, but I guess. It's just like the weirdest thing having to like autograph something. I never thought that that'd be something I ever did. Free D&D does sound fun, and I would love to do that one day. Show us your writing? I don't really have anything I can show on stream. Other than me and Gerst are going to be releasing something either today or tomorrow. Okay, I want to talk about this project because now that we're actually getting close to doing it, it's something that we've been planning for months and months and months, and we're getting close to finally finishing off the first part of it. Me and Gerst are going to be doing an interactive thing. I'm going to be writing a story, and she's going to be doing the artwork for it, but it's all donation based on how it actually works and how it turns out. So we might be producing that today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, you're not far off. But yeah, we're going to be producing that in the next couple days, if not tomorrow. So, oh, you want to see my handwriting? I'll just write something random. I'll try my best, okay? I'm going to write, hi, I am Marks Barks, and I normally type because my handwriting is terrible. Period. So this is what I wrote. Tomorrow, I didn't say that was specifically all that's going to happen. Yes, it is like the Duncan Rue thing that he did. But we're adding a little bit of a different twist to it. I know the comic. I've seen the comic. Do you plan on making a vid with fans, like Odin's Why You Love the Furry Fandom? I want to correlate something like that. However, I need to take the time to actually do that. I've had the idea of doing something like that for a while, and I want to showcase that. I just have to draw 12 more gay furs, 10 lesbian, 17 bi, 6 pan, 7 straight, Ally, 13 trans, 9 A's. That's a lot of people. Yeah, carpal tunnel definitely, man, but at least you got the whole month. Alright, tomorrow. So yes, your handwriting is way better than mine. Well, that's me trying. If I'm writing fast, it just looks horrible. Like, I remember when I was working, I used to handwrite some of my notes. And I would give my notes off to other people sometimes in order for them to, like, correlate what they need to do for the day. And it'd be, like, a list of things, and it'd be like, yeah, this is what happened in the meeting. And then I'd hand them, and they'd be like, we just need to get you a fucking typewriter, dude. No, you're not, Samaro. Good trying. That's awesome, Zulu. What is your favorite cosplay in anime? So I've never actually cosplayed anything. Like, if you count me dressing up as Obi-Wan Kenobi as cosplay...
Just popping in for a minute, still at work. Hoping for the best for you and Gerche.
AJ, thank you so much, and I hope the rest of your day at work goes well, dude. And, I had a lot of fun at Anthro, Ohio, dude. It was busy, but I definitely enjoyed myself. I meant to respond to your thing in the Anthro, Ohio chat. But here lately, everything has been very, very rough. So... but if I was to cosplay anything, I definitely want to cosplay, like, one of the My Hero Academia characters. So, yeah, I usually prefer typing rather than writing. Mark, do I have to show you the rap battle where taller Mark won? Haha, rage, stinky, funny text insert. Stop it. Yeah, like, hold on. Like, somebody asked me to sign my furry name on something, and I was like, okay, 1 second. And this is what I came up with. It looks horrible. Majura has an actual, like, signature that he has for Majura Strawberry, but I don't... my Mark Sparks just, like scribble. Is Goose there? I think she just came back from the store. Mark would make a great Captain America. I appreciate it. And I think out of anybody, it would either be Ant-Man or Captain America that I'm close to. Wow, I love Miles Marks. Rurs? What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Oreo. Or cookies and cream. You're a Chris Evans lookalike. No, dude, I'm too fat to be a Chris Evans lookalike. I wish I was skinnier. Henry Griffith, just look up My Hero Academia, and you should be able to find anything on it. I think it's on Hulu, maybe. Captain America, Best Avenger. Changed my mind. I don't know, man. Ant-Man makes puns about ants. There you go. And he gets small, so that's two things on my list that are very much like me. The only thing like I'm similar with Captain America on is I have a serious attitude, whereas Ant-Man doesn't. What car do I drive? I have 2 cars, but one of them I've already paid off and I don't drive because it's supposed to be getting restored, but I haven't been able to afford to restore it, which is my 1971 Mustang. So it's been kind of sitting at my dad's house until I'm able to afford to restore it. But I have a Dodge Journey. Ever thought of investing in a tiny house because you're small and all? Nah, dude. I just live in a big house. It's like a mansion. Mark would make a great actor. He's great on camera. Acting and what I do is two different things. Like, most of the time I will write a script and then just kind of misword the script into where it fits what I'm talking about. Like, I made the video a while back of me and Majira, and I think it was called Friends. But we had a script that we were supposed to follow. And instead of following the script, I used the script as a topic to base my actual thoughts. So... I don't think so, Redo. Maybe. That's alright, Henry. My dad still can't write. His writing is very, very worse. Much worse than mine is. How many of you are in bed? What? The Dodge Journey minivan. It is a station wagon. It is not a minivan because it doesn't have sliding doors. Mark is the Ant-Man of the fandom. I mean, pretty much. Stop it tomorrow. Hey, Catch One Tokyo. Things have gotten a lot better. A lot of people have come to help, and it's really, like, it's been a changing day from being a very shitty day in which I was very angry to an amazing day with a lot of people who I'm very thankful for having in my life. So... I'm the Stark Towers of the fandom, and Taru is still Thanos. Yeah, Taru's Thanos. Like, you can't convince me of anything else. Taru is Thanos. Katsu in Tokyo, if you want to help out, Gers is still... She might still be taking art pieces, or if you want to donate, you don't have to. I'm going to assure you that you don't have to. So... You do whatever you feel is comfortable. I'm not going to say no, but right now we're actually okay. You don't have to worry about us as much. Vibi, should I draw you micro or regular size for Pride Art? That's up to you. Just everybody else has like big flags going around their shoulders, and then it's just me sticking out from underneath the flag. Or holding, like, an actual, like, you know, like the little ones that are, like, on a tiny little pole that you wave around with your hand. Just me holding that like an actual flag. So Majira is the Iron Man of the fandom. See, I don't see Majira as the Iron Man, and the reason why I say that is because Kiwi or, like, Korika, or Odin. Kiwi or Odin remind me of Tony Stark. Majira reminds me of the Hulk, where... He has two sides. He's very timid, very shy, but very smart and knowledgeable. And then at the turn of a button can be very, not explosive, but very, you know, emotional and not really aggressive, because he's not an aggressive person. But he does, like, have almost two personalities, it seems, which most of the time he's one thing, but sometimes the switch flips. Mark, I told Gers a bit back that I could use my commission money. No, don't. Friend, that is your stuff. I don't want you to have to do anything like that. We're okay. I promise. We were lucky with some awesome friends who helped out today. Tomorrow, what? Why? Why do you create things like this? Who's Hawkeye?
Hi there.
Hello.
Oh, it is foggy in here.
Yes, I am Chillstream.
I heard. Ugh. How long have you been Stream?
An hour and 20 minutes.
Oh. We got grilled cheese
Oh.
and things like that. Some simple stuff. Salad stuff.
Something I could teach you how to cook.
Yeah, I could learn how to grill a grilled cheese.
Yeah. Did we get milk?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
We ran out of milk yesterday.
We got that earlier, and then tonight Mom was like, let's get more stuff, because we don't really have a lot, so.
Yeah,
So that's why we went back out.
that makes sense. If you want to ask Gerst any questions, she's here now.
Have you just been chilling and talking to everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's just been a nice talk. A lot of awesome people. Like AJ came on and Lone Star Doge, Jero, Copa, Lynx Wolf, Sin, Vanguard
Wow.
came on and donated. So, thank you to you guys once again.
I'd still be crying if it weren't for how much I cried earlier.
Yeah, it's been one of those days
Yeah, I
where,
didn't really
where you
want
don't
this
want
to
to wake
happen.
up. Everything is everybody. I don't really know why. Samara asks, "How are you, Gerv?"
Gerv? I'm okay. I could be better. I'm about to have some cheese and salad and chai tea.
Jero, no. I was not at Confuzzled. I wish I was. Zulu says, "Goose, I love you. Y'all are great, and if you need any help, just let me know. I don't need the money. Oof."
It's all greatly appreciated.
Samaro says, "Everyone hug Gers."
Big hug.
What is our favorite type of cheese?
A good cheese.
Provolone.
You like provolone?
Oh, I love
I don't
provolone.
really have a particular favorite. It's a matter of how you use the cheese.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
But I'm kind of a fan of Gouda right now because Starbucks has this really good bacon, cheddar, and egg. Well, not cheddar. Sorry, bacon, Gouda, and egg.
Is it because it's Gouda?
Yeah. Well, also like it's usually the only thing they have left. So and
Hi,
I'm like,
Beaumont.
hello.
We love Gerst in this house. Sorry, I saw him and I was like, "What?"
We love Gerst in this house. Aw, I
Bolt,
appreciate
Bolt,
it.
when are we gonna hang out? I miss you, dude.
I miss Bolt too.
Mark Sparks is a furry conspiracy theory. I mean, pretty much.
I could open this room if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's kind of warm in here.
Dad, come home. Good one, glitch. Hello, Kyle, Justin. Have a go in the main theorist. I have not tried smoked Gouda mac and cheese. That sounds pretty good. I do not play Mortal Kombat. You're smart. Gotta keep your head up. Yeah, no. We're doing our best.
Hey baby.
What?
I'm sorry to interrupt your stream to ask you a bread question, but we can't read the date on this. I can't tell. It looks like February or April. We can't tell the difference.
No, it's March 21st.
March 20. How do you tell? How can you tell?
M-A-R.
That's not an M to me.
That
That's
is
an
an
H.
M. That's an M.
You're an M. I can't read that.
That's
All right.
March 21st.
March 21st it is.
We got the bread, but it was old.
March 21st.
Oscar Raccoon. My YouTube name is Mark Sparks. Dude, do it. I'm down, Jero. Glitch, no. We are not the cutest thing on their planet because there's stuff like cats and kittens and puppies. We can't compete with puppies, man.
It's 9:30, so yeah, go ahead.
Aw. March 21st is my birthday. Would you like some birthday bread? We have some that expired on March 21st, apparently. Your fursuit head is staring through ours like an Enderman. He's just hanging out back there. And Goose can be the size of a planet. She hasn't gotten that far yet. We haven't gotten art of her at the size of a planet. So we don't know that for sure. Goose is basically a bougie cat and you're a bootleg dog, so close enough. Glitch. I don't know whether to be offended or happy.
Pause.
Oh, thank you. Who said that? Catchone Tokyo, thank you for the $10 donation. I greatly appreciate it, friendo.
Come on over here.
Oh, I've seen this. It's so good.
Come on. You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
It's so good. Ravioli, ravioli. I'm a stupid bottomoli. Who? Potato. Glitch is a bootleg bottom. Oh my god. Samaro. Think of the frogs. Yeah, it wants my fursuit head is back there because it wants the pause. It needs the beans. It is hungry for its daily source of nutritional protein that he gets from beans. Bottoms of the powerhouse of the cell. We stand. Stop. Mark, what would you do if someone had a rip-off of your fursuit? It depends on if they made it themselves or if they bought it from one of those, like, knockoff website. If they bought it from the knockoff website, I don't care as much because it probably didn't know. Like, if you don't know me and you accidentally buy a knockoff fursuit of me, it's like, okay, man, like, you didn't know. I understand. Because, like, we saw a kid with one of the Chinese knockoff fursuits at one furry convention, and we felt super bad because we know that, like, a lot of people were like, oh, you know, judging this kid. But, like, he didn't know. His parents probably bought it for him for Christmas, you know? I love that meme, Zulu. It's so good. Your head looks like it's made a bad dad joke. It always is making bad dad jokes. Bottoms at the base of a tower. Correct, Samaro. Have a good one, Crusader Wolf. Thanks for coming out. Bottoms are more stable than tops. It depends on what they base themselves on. So, Catcher in Tokyo, unfortunately, we're not sure if we're going to be able to make it to AC because of this current situation.
Mm-hmm.
Once we talk it out more with the rental agency, we'll be able to know more as to whether or not we can go.
Yeah.
So, have you played Portal? I have. 1 and 2. Have a good one, furry boy. Hey Mark, if you're small, does that mean you're on the floor, which is the bottom of a house, meaning you're... Stop! Catcher in Tokyo, I'll keep everyone in the know. Currently, right now, we're skeptical as to whether or not we can go, but we're hoping that changes. It's Pride Month. Do you accept LGBTQ? I am the B in LGBTQ. So yes, of course, I accept any LGBTQ.
Me as well. I'm dating a bi person.
And Gerse is a straight ally.
Woo.
Glitch is a bottom is less than Mark is small. What? You can't use mathematical equations to prove someone's a bottom.
Thank you. This is KK.
Yeah, it means a lot. Wait. Are you the K that I know?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Alright, we're gonna get some food ready. Do you want a salad and grilled cheese? Or
Um,
are you hungry at all?
I'll take a grilled cheese, but I don't think I need a salad right now.
Okay. We have mozzarella sticks too. Cheese is the theme today.
What?
I said cheese is the theme today.
I can tell. Mav, I'll ask your question when she comes back. You hate maths, but do you like quick maths? Like, I would buy a human android to help me because I'm lazy. No, I feel that completely, dude. One of the things that, like, when I used to work in the fast food industry, the one thing that I really enjoyed making for myself was a grilled ham and cheese. But, like, I would use, like... I used to do this thing where I'd put, like, a little bit of barbecue sauce, some provolone cheese down, grill the ham, put it in there, and then put some butter down on the grill, and then cook the bread. And for some reason, that was the greatest thing that I loved to eat. I don't know why. I cooked it so much because it was cheap and they wouldn't, like, tax me extra. Yeah, I worked at a small mom-and-pop's restaurant in my hometown. I did that for about 2 years. Back when I was in high school. Making friends is tough, but I'm trying to reach out to Ari and say hi. Oh, he's a sweetheart, dude. Yeah, no. Keep making friends. You got this. Okay. So before I joined the Army, I worked at a fast food restaurant, and then I was also security guard. I would work the fast food restaurant after school, and then I would go and work the security gig on the weekends. Oh yeah, dude, I tell it to do the dishes all the time. I hate doing dishes. How many beans make up one barco? Enough. Depends on my daily intake. Casual in Tokyo, don't worry. Ari's a good dude. You don't have to worry about it. I understand that you like can't control anxiety. That's okay. But you'll be fine. Your first job with Jimmy John's. See, like, I can't really say, like, my first job's name because there's only one restaurant like it, and it's in my hometown. So I can't really, like, disclose that because I don't want people to, like, dox me or my family or anything. Because I don't live there anymore, but my family still does, so... I'm actually kind of surprised. I don't get shipped with anybody anymore, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Gotta get a better salary when I move. The town I live in now pays the lowest. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. That's not fun. I'm sorry, man. I used to work at a Dunkin' Donuts as a starter job, and I hated it after the first 2 months. See, the only reason why I enjoyed working at the fast food restaurant I worked at wasn't the job. I hated the job. I hated most of the customers who came in. The thing that made that job great was the people I worked with. If it wasn't for them, I would have quit that job and went to another job quick. But the people I worked with were awesome. Alright, have a good one, Jack the Wolf. It's because you and Gerst are the best ship. You know what? I'm not going to complain on that.
Bippy.
Yes.
So remember in Epcot where we had the fun sodas?
Yes.
This was one of them. I think you liked this one. It's called Guarana.
Maybe.
Well, you try it. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you like it?
It's pretty good.
I got a bunch of them, so.
Okay.
It's from Brazil.
I'm just worried that I'll tear up if I meet Kiwi, you, and Gerst, because y'all been... No, dude. If you tear up, don't worry. That just means we're going to hug you harder. Have you tried melon soda? Fun thing. We ordered something from Amazon in order to try to spice up my streams a while ago. And it was a Japanese candy box, and it came with melon cream soda from Japan. And I haven't even opened it yet because there's not an expiration date on it, so I'm not sure if it actually expired. Oh, never mind, it does. Okay, I guess it's still good. I just haven't opened it yet. It also came with Milkies, but I've tasted enough Milkies in my life to know what it tastes like, so it's nothing special to me. I'm just like, oh great, it's Milkies. Alright, Copa, have a good one, friendo. Oh. I'm so upset Fanta didn't bring over the melon soda. Yeah, no! They had that in South Korea, and that was the greatest thing. I remember that, and I don't know if they have it in America, but there's blueberry. There's blueberry, melon, and there's a pink one, but I don't remember what the pink one was. I never tried that one. Alright, Jesse G. Have a good one. I'm going to be streaming for probably about another hour and a half. Alright, Kimba. Grapefruit. That might have been what it was. It was like a pink one. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up real fast. Pink Fanta. It is pink grapefruit. Yeah, that's what it was. They had that in South Korea and it was really good. No, it's soda. Don't get this argument with me, Potato. Nobody calls it pop. I call my dad pop sometimes. And my dad is not a soda. Apple flavored Fanta, that was another good one. They had that in Korea as well. No, it's not. Soda. People say soda. call out her heresy. Yes, it is carbonated flavored water. I didn't know that Fanta actually originated in Germany. I didn't know that. Frosted Strobes, it does. It's not pop. It is soda.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Shit, I have to.
So I'm in the Patreon chat for those who are patrons of my channel. You can join in. I think it's the $20 and above tier.
You have the wrong microphone for Discord.
Oh, it's still hooked up to my HTC. 1 second. There we go. Should be fixed.
Oh my god, that's a lot louder.
Yes. What do you think of LaCroix or Bubbly? Both of them I do not like. I've only had one LaCroix flavor that I actually enjoyed. All the other ones just didn't taste good.
LaCroix disintegrates the enamel of your teeth.
So does Coke, though.
LaCroix does it faster.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mark, have you tried root beer milk? That doesn't sound appetizing.
What the fuck?
It's so disgusting.
It sounds disgusting.
Alright, you guys know Kemp's Milk or whatever. They made root beer milk, and it's the worst idea ever invented.
Why?
It sounds gross.
I don't know.
Do you...
Here, actually, here, let me get a picture of it. It's,
I have a more important question. How do you even milk root beer? Like,
Well, it looks like chocolate milk, so you could just like confuse your friends and prank them or whatever.
Like, I know Kiwi had the question of how do you milk an almond. I mean, I've seen it done, so I know how that works. But like root beer, how the fuck is that?
Dude, it's simple. You just feed an almond to a cow. Duh. That's how they got strawberry milk.
That's not how it works.
Dude, I saw it on a kid show. Okay, that's how it worked.
Henry Griffith. All right, I'll see you later if you come back, friendo. What state do you live in, Mark? I live in constant depression. I don't live in that state, but pretty damn close to it.
I live in Minnesota. Yeah. That's right next to depression and anxiety.
You don't sound like somebody who has the Minnesota accent.
Okay, you want to know though? IZ keeps making fun of me for it, so I don't.
Like, say Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, you expect me to say Minnesota or whatever.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah, I don't speak Minnesotan at all.
It's not that bad.
It's okay, I'm from North Carolina, and I don't speak North Carolinian that well.
I mean, my grandparents speak more Minnesotan, but I don't, so I don't know.
If I'm in the same room as any of my relatives from North Carolina, I immediately start picking up the southern drawl.
Yeah, like if my dad calls and I'm talking to my dad, then yeah, I'll pick up that accent pretty quickly. Or like Gersh noticed whenever we went home to visit my family.
Actually, no. Over in this county, I don't know if you want me to keep where I am concealed because we're in the same state at the moment. Down in this county, it's just as bad as North Carolina.
Ah. So they say tar wrong then.
They what?
Tar?
I don't think I've like heard it any other way.
So it's a North Carolina thing to draw out certain vowels. So if you say tire, you're most of the time what they're saying is tar.
I have never heard that.
That's Western North
more,
Carolina.
I've heard more emphasis on the I, like tire or something like that. Oh fuck, it's coming out. God damn it, Mark!
I bust a tar.
Mark, do you have legal weed? No. Even though weed is still, I don't think weed's legal in Maryland.
It is not.
No. But even if it was, I couldn't have it, so.
Just smoke lettuce.
CBD oil is the closest thing that I know it was recently legalized here, but I don't know if it is in Maryland.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, it's decriminalized. Okay.
Well, decriminalized and illegal are very different things.
There you go. Drink up. It's root beer milk.
They can't hear us in stream, Mark.
But they should. Say something again?
Somebody said, why is everyone silent?
No, your voice is coming through. It's showing.
Yeah, see, I can hear it through this.
Yeah, your audio levels are coming through.
Yeah, I can hear them on stream.
How did both of you say here wrong? The first two responses, they spelled here wrong. Yeah, I like...
You can hear, but can you there?
I was just like, oh, people are going to tell me if they hear them or not, and the first two are H-E-R-E, and I was like, wait, how did you both get it wrong? I'm sorry, Tactical Reactor at Nyack. I'm just picking fun.
Hope you guys figure this out. Also sorry if I come off as weird when I talk lol.
No, you're fine, Toon. Thank you for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate it. You're a good bean. Mark, we can dare you all. Tomorrow. Like, okay, so like, Western North Carolina has a different accent than Eastern North Carolina, right? So like, Western North Carolina draws out the wrong vowels. So like, if you say tire, you're saying tar. Mirror is mar, or marer. for some reason, some people make that weird mispronunciation and accent. And I like only some people do it, but there's a lot of people who do it. Most people do the Eastern North Carolina thing of overpronouncing vowels. Like, I'm going to go pick me up a tire, or tire. Yo, Frosted Strobes! Kitty Rave shirts! They're the best thing. Kitty Rave shirts. Babe, give me your best country accent and sentence. I'll give you the sentence that a police officer spoke to me one day. He only pronounced, so for emphasis, right? To pre-state this, he would call people blue. So, like, it didn't matter what your name was. Your name was blue to him. So, he walked up to me and a girl I was dating, and he was asking me if I was going to go to the fair. So, I might fuck this up because I don't know if I could do the same accent as him. But he walked up, and I didn't know what he said afterwards until I, had to pick it through my head. But, hey, Blue, you going on to the fire today? I heard that there are going to be some fireworks.
Sounds like Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
That's how he talked. But he called everybody Blue, and the reason why he called everybody Blue was because his dog, his dog that lived for like 20 plus years, name was Blue. So after his dog passed away, he started calling everybody Blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, water is wooter. Actually, in Western North Carolina, it's water. Go in the back and give me some water. Yeah. Yes, my fursuit head is staring into your soul.
Have you ever heard anybody call it sweet tay?
Sweet tay, or oh god, what was that one? Well,
yes. Oh my god, there are parts of, I think it's South Carolina. They will call every kind of soda Coke. It doesn't matter what it is.
And Texas too, where they just say Coke.
Some people in North Carolina do it as well.
It's like, what?
I'ma go get me some cheer wine.
Hey, what type of Pepsi would you like? I'd like a Coke.
Potatoes, taters, yeah.
I mean, Coke is superior. Just gonna go ahead and say that right now.
Do you want some mashed taters?
Yeah. we got that over here too.
God. There was this kid in my high school named Cole, and his accent was so thick. I used to wrestle against him, and whenever he'd get excited, he would say things faster. So it was exactly like Boomhauer in a way, but just like a different pronunciation of certain words. And I went to wrestle him, because when I was in wrestling team, I used to have to wrestle people, I guess. But I went to wrestle him, and the first thing we do when he shakes hands, he's like, "Now, Mark, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna let back. All right, it's just me and you on this mat." And I'm like, "Okay, Cole." Don't take it too personally if I beat you up. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, Cole."
Hey, nothing personal, man. Just as soon as we get here on this mat, I'm gonna let everything out. I'm not gonna hold anything back. I'm just gonna take you right down as soon as possible. You know what I mean? Dig on wrestle mat. I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry.
My grandfather was a police officer, and he had a pit bull named Blue that worked in Florida. That's really interesting. Damn, NC sounds like a time to be had. Yeah. It's a time to be had, that's for sure. Me when I get excited and everything comes out slurred. For some reason, sometimes when I drink alcohol, my accent also comes out.
You mean like Heshburns?
Yeah. I need some cats with my Ashburns. God dang it.
That's still my favorite story. And also why the reason why next time I go to a FurCon, which is probably going to be sometime mid-2020, I'm going to fucking drag your ass to a Cracker Barrel.
They don't have hash browns though. They have hash corners.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They have those weird potato wedge hash browns, which are fucking gross.
No, they actually have like cheese grater hash browns.
Mmm.
I just had them this week. I probably shouldn't have spent that much money on breakfast.
It's worth it sometimes. Oh. Damn, NC wilding out like yeehaw, partner. Am I right? We don't say yeehaw in North Carolina. They'll do yee or yeet. That's like the only thing I know that they do. But they don't use partner.
All right, partner, you ready to catch these cowboys? Like,
That's like a Texas Oklahoma thing.
I mean, there's a guy that says yeehaw when he rides his horse into town.
Oh yeah, the part of Maryland that you're moving to, it's bad over there as well.
Oh, good! Yay!
People there are nice though.
Like, I remember there was this kid, and well, not kid, there was a guy I worked with when I was working fast food. He had this big old Jeep. And every time he would talk about his Jeep, he'd go, like, he'd do the whole, yee! Or whatever, the fucking loud-ass yeet or whatever. He would do that constantly. So he'd be like, I'm gonna go pick me up some tires today, yee yeet. And I was like, oh, okay, dude. I know you're excited, but please don't add that verbiage in. It freaks me out, man.
Was his Jeep jacked up?
His Jeep was a matte black jacked up with the nice little roll bar on the front.
Oh god, you mind if I go on a rant real quick?
Don't say anything offensive.
I'm not gonna say anything offensive. All I'm gonna say is those I'm trying to cut out the swearing too. Those godforsaken people. I swear. So I was in high school and all that good stuff, and I was like about to drive home in my very normal Jeep Grand Cherokee SUV, except the fact that it tried to kill me twice. These guys were using they're like loudspeakers and that kind of stuff, and I swear they were 16. I was a senior at the time. They probably just got this jacked up pickup truck thing, and they were just making a lot of noise. They were literally about to get some sort of sound complaint from the officer that was at the school, and I'm sitting there going like, can you guys please stop like verbally asking them not to be a dick about it? And he starts rolling backwards. I'm sitting here and I just have this big grin on my face going like, do it. I have your license plate. If this happens, that truck's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, can Copa join?
Yeah, he's a admin here. Didn't he?
But yeah.
Yeah, he like didn't want to hop in uninvited though.
Yeah, he's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Join
my
Copa.
story about people with jacked up trucks and.
See,
and
where I grew up in high school, it was a thing to buy like the flasher lights. So like everybody in my high school, I swear to God, was a volunteer fighter or something, because they all had the red lights. They just had the red blinkers, and they would put it on their like jacked up trucks, even though they like didn't do anything for the fire department. Everybody, it's not illegal if you're a volunteer fighter. In the state of North Carolina, that's legal. So as long as the fire department has records of your stuff, you can be a volunteer firefighter and have blinkers in your car, so long as you only use it during emergencies.
I ain't sure. I don't know about that, Chief.
I don't know. Everyone had them. They bought them and never got in trouble for them, so I figured it was legal.
Yeah, because I know, even on like, even if you're with the police department or anything like that, or the fire department, if you put blinkers of any kind on your civilian vehicle, you can serve some serious jail time because that's impersonating an officer.
Yeah.
Oh, swanking
Or a
heck.
public servant. Oh, hi, Copa.
Hello.
Alright.
It's Boba.
I need to utilize the latrine, so I am going to put us on Be Right Back. So,
Wonderful timing.
yeah, I gotta use the bathroom. What do you want me for me?
Yeah.
So I will be right back, everyone in the chat. Just give me one moment because I gotta go check on them because they just got back from the grocery store, and I'm also gonna use the bathroom. So I'll be right back, friendos.
Even though I forget myself, you don't know, I'll explain myself again. Seeing those who protect themselves, thinking no, we'll inject ourselves again. If it all turns out right, we'll find that we've left it better. Whatever we've left will make itself right again. Leave no traces on our directive. We could turn away from this and be gone. We're a long way from home, and we've gone so far to go. We boldly went this way 'cause we wanted to know, are we all alone? Even though I forget myself, I don't know what I've said before. Have we done all that we can do? Have you touched somebody's heart? It all turns out right, so find that we've left it better. Whatever we've left will make itself right again. If it all turns out right, we'll find that we've left it better. And whatever we've left will make itself right again. So we're a long way from home, and we've gone so far to go. We boldly went this way 'cause we wanted to know, are we all We're a long way from home, and we got so far to go. We boldly went this way 'cause we wanted to know, are we all
Haha, you thought that song would play, but I came back at the start. Hello, friendos. I am back. I had to grab a drink and utilize the bathroom and stuff. And unmute and undeafen.
But oh, there you are. You caught me in the middle of a story that I had. Mark, you remember I used to be a cell phone repair technician?
Yes.
We had a fire at work. It was a lithium polymer battery fire. This was back when I used to work for them, of course. But basically, here's the whole gist. So, LiPo batteries for your phones, the rechargeable ones, are taped to the inside, right? To keep them from shaking around. Now, Samsung and Google phones, they have a tab for the tape that allows you to pull it out like a command strip, or they'll maybe have a little enough room to slide a guitar pick in to use some rubbing alcohol to get that thing out.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't do that. There's not enough room to slide a guitar pick or card in, and there are no tabs to pull out the tape. You have to use acetone or an alcohol and pray to God you don't actually cut the thing open. Most of the time, it's fine. But we had a newer employee that wasn't experienced with it and used what's called a black stick, which is basically like an ESD safe stick that keeps you from statically discharging into the phone.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that because that bends and breaks it, and eventually he cut the seal open and the thing combusted. We had to throw the customer's entire phone into like this burn bucket that's full of sand and keep oxygen from getting to it as fast as possible. That fucker burned pretty hot. And we had to replace the customer's phone.
So, I got a fun story on the lines of those. So, like, the last place I worked in the Army, it was in the research and development portion of the area. Even though I wasn't working for research and development, I was working a mission that was kind of research and development. So we were in the research and development building, and below us was this super cool, like, technical facility where they were constantly fixing and working on things. And so one of the technicians he forgot to turn off he forgot to turn on the cooling conditioner or whatever it is that they use to cool off the room. And the problem was that they had like just a shit ton of those like super big lithium batteries that they use to power the servers.
Oh no.
So it gets up to like 102 degrees down there, and one of the batteries becomes volatile and explodes.
Oh,
That's not safety.
And we're the floor above it, and that specific area is like a couple rooms down from us. So we didn't like nobody got hurt or anything, but like nobody was down there either because that was the basement area. But sure enough, we're sitting there and we just felt like a little bump. It was like a little jump, and we heard a loud pop. And we were like, "What the hell is that?" And then all of a sudden, like, the fire alarm goes off, and we had to like leave the building because sure enough, one of the lithium-ion batteries just exploded in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. Saying, what the hell is happening in the chat?
The best part about that is it could trip a catastrophic failure and can set off the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one.
Luckily, it didn't get that bad.
Oh boy. That's actually what happened on the first episode of Grand Tour. They had Richard Hammond, for whatever reason, drive one of the... Okay, so it was basically like a test to see which was better. Straight gasoline, a hybrid of gas and electric, or a full electric car. And Richard Hammond was driving the electric car.
Yeah.
When he was doing that for the time trial, he ran the thing over the edge of a cliff and nearly got killed in the car accident. He wound up totally fine, of course. Either that or it was really a stunt driver, but I think it was actually him. And of course, one of the cells punctures. But because it's like 24 or 48 cells, the thing stayed lit on fire for 2 weeks.
Jesus. I'm trying to like catch up. Hello, Maru. Welcome to the stream. Is this the same Maru who I met at Anthro, Ohio?
Oh, that's what they're saying. Your mic is popping. It's not popping constantly, but it's doing something.
I don't know how to fix that.
I think it's just from your peeking.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Also, hi Maru. I just want you to know that your badge really made Enter Ohio a lot better. So thank you so much for drawing us really, really cute badges. Yeah, Enter Ohio was a trip. It was very busy. But since it is Pride Month, I figure I should share a little bit about what I'm prideful for. Because I haven't been able to do that yet. Would the chat like to know? Would you like to know more? Starship Troopers theme, please. Hey Mark, remember dairy is important. Post more dairy insurgents. Stop it.
What?
No, you cannot stop me from posting dairy, okay? Look at all this dairy.
You pay to be here, so I'm not gonna tell you no.
Wait, are you telling me you don't want Pete's milk?
I mean, I can tell him no.
Oh, hello, Covert.
Where's the cheese flavored milk?
Yeah, no, Mario. It was definitely Anthro Ohio was like because we were on staff and because I was doing a lot of the different events. Which, by the way, so in case anybody was wondering, Covert, thank you for the subscribe, man. I've known you for like 6 months, 7 months now. I'm calling you out. But yeah, so no, Anthro Ohio, we were on staff, and we got to, I got to play, not only was I on staff, like, I was running the publicity team, but I also got to play the drums with Fox and Pepper. We did the Paws versus Moz, but Tails came because Omnom and 12 were there, so they were representing Team Tails. Which somehow we were the number one panel that raised the most for charity, which is super cool because we raised like $800 for charity doing Paws versus Moz versus Tails, which was super fun. But we had like 140 people in a room that was only supposed to seat 80, so everybody would like half of the room was standing up or sitting on the ground. And then I got to do PowerPoint Mad Libs, which was super fun because I got to act as a big mean CEO. Oh, you were there for that panel. Great. And then I also did MST3K, and I got to sing on stage with Omnom for a Run Definitely Run. So, yeah, it was... I had so much fucking fun, or freaking fun, I'm sorry, at Anthro, Ohio. PowerPoint Mad Libs. So basically what it was is it wasn't my idea. Our friend Tono actually came up with the idea. And basically what it is it's like a Mad Libs where, you know, they'll ask you like, okay, give me an adjective, and then you write it down. But instead of writing it into a story, you write it into a PowerPoint, and then you have to present the PowerPoint. So like one of them was talking about how to fix the uptrend of pause or something, and it came to a point where it's like our EMSs think that the uptrend of pause could be resolved with ham sandwiches, and it was just like the person had to actually like present the PowerPoint to me, like somebody from the crowd had to come up and present the PowerPoint and give their arguments, and then I would just ask them questions. It was my first full weekend FurCon, and it was so amazing. I got to get an artist table. That's awesome. I hope you did really well. Yeah, I like honestly, this Anthro Ohio was I think my best Anthro Ohio, even though I was super busy and stressed for half of it. And honestly, like to be surprised in comparison to last year, I only drank for one night. All the other days, I didn't get to drink any alcohol at all, which is not normal for me at a FurCon.
Welcome to literally every year I've ever spent at MagFest since I staffed.
it's like being on staff. It doesn't take the fun away. You still have fun, but you lose the amount of time to drink because you're too busy. And that's awesome, Mario. I'm glad that it went great.
Well, I don't know. For MagFest in particular, if you do the setup shifts, which take forever and usually have multipliers to them, then you don't have to do anything else. But I don't know. For MagFest and me in particular, since I don't have a group that I go with anymore, I kind of just stay in the staff room and do those things.
Yeah.
But I'm allowed to get pretty wasted.
Yeah, I would never want to work MagFest. I've heard way too many people complain about working MagFest.
I usually just get all my shit done and out of the way. Were you planning on going next year?
Maybe. Depends on where I'm living.
Okay, let me know when the time comes, because I don't plan on staffing again next year. Like, the only reason why I did it this year is because it was Star Fox themed. I'm jumping on that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, unless... Yeah, no, even if next year wows me, I'm not going to be too invested in that.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it anymore.
Welcome back, Mav the Wolf. I hope whatever you were doing was good.
But yeah, let me know, because I'm definitely going to be getting a room. It's not too hard to get a room with the Gaylord.
Tomorrow I would never make a pop presentation because I don't believe that pop should be a word for carbonated beverages.
No, not like drinks, but I meant like a pop presentation, like a pop quiz.
Oh.
I still feel like the chat's trying to trigger you or some shit.
I don't know, I just keep seeing the word pop. Like, I asked if anybody wanted to hear about, like, anything from, like, because it's Pride Month. If anybody wanted to ask any Pride questions or just wanted to hear about, like, my story with, everything, I was more than willing to share.
Hey, Mark, do you have any Pride Month occasion?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
God damn it.
Hey, Catch Run Tokyo, what's up? I don't know, like, unfortunately, like, my story with Pride isn't a happy story. It's kind of unfortunate and should not be what everybody else is. How did I find out I was bi? Honestly, what happened is when I was in high school, I dated a lot of girls when I was in like middle school and elementary, and I was like, you know what, this person, I really like their personality and I like them. Why not just date them? And so I dated a guy, and he was my first boyfriend, and that was in like 2009. But we ended up breaking up because I received a lot of static from my family because I was dating a guy. Because I became the rumor mill of the church I was in. Even though like it was a long distance relationship, it still like it perplexed the church I was in, and my family gave me a lot of static for dating a guy, and so I ended up just breaking it off with him, which was kind of sad because I did like him. We had a lot in common and we were good friends still. Like, we're still friends now. And fun story, actually, Gerst ended up almost dating him way later than, like, 2014, 2015. So it was super interesting that, like, the guy I dated back in 2009, she ended up almost dating in, like, 6 years later. But yeah, no, my stories are like for Pride are kind of not that great. They're great, but they shouldn't be a model for what everyone else has to go through, because I caught a lot of heck from everything because my parents are very religious and very conservative, so they didn't really appreciate me being bisexual. Hello, Fang Lightwind. Yeah, it is pretty coincidental. How did you How did you meet Gers? For Pride Month, question asked. What?
I guess they're being all inclusive.
I'm confused.
I don't know.
Oh wait, you can't hear my mic on that. Okay, there. Alright. What I meant was, how did you meet Gert?
So, fun story. I don't remember the first time I met Gers because I was actually intoxicated, and this was Anthrocon 2016. But once I sobered up, we actually went out to dinner, and that was when I actually got to meet and hang out with her. And then we didn't talk for a while after that until I commissioned her for an art piece. Because we had a lot of mutual friends, like she knew Majira and Dash and Maggie, who at the time were like my closest friends. So I was like, yeah, I want an art piece, and I'd like to see you try to get an art piece like this. And so she drew a little thing for me and her character. And then after that, like, we started talking a lot more and like playing video games and stuff. And then I actually went and visited her when I had like a whole month off, and she was talking about how she doesn't get to go to much furry conventions. I was like, well, come with me to FWA. It's this weekend. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, just come with us. We got an extra room spot. I'll pay for you. And so she came with us to FWA.
I'll be right back.
Okay. What's your favorite color? Blue. Are you a furry? Yes. Very much so. I wanted to ask what your favorite moment is from Corey Coyotes or any other video you did with a different furry YouTuber.
Grilled cheese.
Thank you.
Enjoy your grilled cheese.
Thank you. Out of any of the collabs, I think, like, I don't know, the most, like, the funniest story I have from collabing with anybody is when we did Furry Pun War Part 2 with Nas. It was actually, like, it was a super fun time because we were hanging out and just doing dumb shit. And I wrote the script, and, like, the whole entire time we were filming, it was just a lot of fun. Just doing dumb things, not following the script correctly, but still following the script. And just doing dumb things in the background. Hey, Cough! So I think, like, that's my favorite one, was when me, Majira, and Nas filmed Furry Pun War Part 2. Hey, Mark, how's the AC script? Well, unfortunately, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to Anthrocon this year, so I might not be doing the script just because I'm not going. Smart, you're typing in the chat where nobody else knows why you're saying "oh heck" until like 6 seconds later.
Love you, bud.
Can't hear me when I'm on Photoshop for some reason. I don't know why.
What?
Wait, hold on. Guys from Turkey, thank you for the $15 donation. Wait, what is this?
When I saw this pic, I thought it was a meme.
Oh, this is Jack's Films.
Turns out it's real, and I kinda wanna scream.
Oh,
1,000
yeah.
bucks for a stand. I popped in Otter
What's so
Land.
special about that
Yes,
stand that it's
true.
$900? That's $1,000.
Apple's the
It's
new
$1,000.
Supreme.
Apple's the new Supreme.
Apple's the new Supreme.
That's great.
Buy 2 4K monitors with that green.
That is really true. Is Denver a good con? Yes, I really enjoyed Denver. What's your favorite music? Normally I love listening to metal, but I listen to about anything other than new pop and new country. Or not new pop, new metal. Not new metal. New rap. I don't know why I keep messing up. I don't like new rap and new country just because either it's the lyrics aren't great, or you know, especially with country's become more pop than anything, and it's not really something that I enjoy. Tactical Raptor, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a good one, dude.
Speaking of country, I'm about to go off again. Country is being auto-tuned.
Yeah.
You don't auto-tune country. You don't do that. What is even the... I never liked it to begin with, but I was subjected to it a lot because my dad's obsessed with it when I was younger, back in the days of cassette tapes and cars and all that shit. And we would listen to nothing but country on the radio, and it's just stuck in my head. You don't do that because that takes away from it. When you auto-tune country, you make it worse, and you make it even more unhearable, unenjoyable.
Like, for example, right, out of any of the country, like, musicians that is really popular, Johnny Cash is one of the most popular country musicians. And if you actually try to listen to him sing, he can't sing. But it was his style and how he did everything that made him great. It was his twang, which was what made country what it is. And now it's losing that because people try to make things more poppy than anything. So it's
manufactured.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Do you watch anime? Yes, I do. Certain ones. I'm not a fan of all anime, but I like certain ones.
I want to get into My Hero Academia because I remember you saying something that yesterday. But I don't have Crunchyroll. Not yet, at least. But even then, I'm trying to cut.
Yeah. Most awkward moment at a con. I don't know. I've done a lot of really awkward things at a con. Most recently, I was kind of intoxicated at BLFC. And some of Majira's fans saw him walking with me, and they saw him, and they're like, "Oh my god, hey Majira!" And he's like, "Hi!" And I turned and looked and was like, "No, I'm the real Majira!" And they all just kind of like sat there for a moment. I was like, I'm kidding. I'm sorry." And then I walked away because I felt awful. I was trying to make a joke that I'm taller than Majira, but like, it just ended up being a really bad joke.
And then Beta took that joke and ran with it.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Well, he was in Twizzler, but it was at A&E where he's sitting there going like, "I'm the real Majira," and it was like going back and forth, and then Pineapple jumped in on it. It was in his vlog for A&E, and then Luminix just capped it off with, "I'm best Wi-Fi."
Oh my god.
It was amazing. I'm kind of glad I got that shot.
I still have yet to see someone in Twizzler go up to Majira and say, "OMG, are you Majira? I'm your biggest."
I've seen it.
I did that drunkenly once.
Actually, I think Beta did that at A&E as well. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that happened. Speaking of awkward moments, I don't know if I should bring that. I don't know, but I'm just going to go ahead and ask this. Remember Jingle Bells?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
What's your favorite instrument? Well, I'm a drummer, so I'd obviously say, a drum set. But if I chose any classical instrument, I love the timpani. Have you seen Mob Psycho 100? No. Do you watch Voltron? I don't know what that is.
It's the one where they have like all the different pieces that make the one big robot, and it's kind of like it's an old cartoon series.
Oh.
Cartoon. I say cartoon. Someone's probably going to burn me at the stake because I think it's actually anime.
Probably is.
Yeah, they made a reference to it in Deadpool. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever do marching band?
No. I did JRTC instead.
Fair. I tried to do both and it didn't work.
It's understandable. Have you played... Oh, sorry.
I mean, our Air Force JROTC was a fucking joke. Like, the most we did was like the obligatory color guard deals, as well as like one paintball trip and a trip to the U.S. Marine Corps Museum up near Quantico.
Yeah.
But no one took it seriously. Uniform regulation was broken every 5 seconds. We did nothing with rifles, period. And I'm not talking about like shooting rifles. I'm talking about like actual color guard performance stuff. Nobody really tried. And on top of that, I jumped in late when it was in my junior year. I wanted to do it earlier on, but for some reason I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Pinkaberry, I have played Dead Rising 2. In fact, me and Gerst tried to do it for a stream. And we were going to make it a series, but Gerst didn't enjoy the game enough. So, to what you said in Nyack, there was one time I accidentally called Majira. I was actually trying to call my mom, and I accidentally called Majira, and it was like kind of awkward because he picked up the phone, and this is when we didn't know each other really well yet. So, I thought I was calling my mom, but instead I was calling him, and I had woken him up because I was awake early in the morning, and he'd stayed up all night, and so I woke him up, and he's like, "Hello?" And I was like, "Who is this?" And he's like, "It's Kyle." And I was like, "What?" And he just goes, "Mark, it's Kyle." And I'm like, "Oh. I was trying to call my mom." And he's like, "Well, you have the wrong number." And I was like, "Oh. Okay. Good night, Kyle." And he just goes, "Okay, good night." And we hang up. Potato, I'm going to be streaming for another 30 minutes. So we will see who is online once we get to that point. BS. Top 5 animes. Well, okay, so top 5, and I haven't watched much anime. Like, I watched specific animes. So, like, top 5 is, like, Steins Gate, Avatar, My Hero Academia, Code Geass, and then I haven't really watched any other animes. So, I watched Bleach as a kid, but I didn't really enjoy it. One Piece I haven't watched. Seven Deadly Sins, I watched up to a certain point, but when the tall chick went away, I stopped watching it because I kind of lost interest. So,
I had an old friend group in college that was with the anime club. That was like the only kind of social thing for, I guess, nerd and geek culture.
yeah.
And they had me watch Inuyasha with them and that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there, bored out of my mind, and I openly said, "This is worse than watching paint dry."
Oh.
And I think that was the moment I stopped being their friend.
So, Avatar The Last Airbender was actually, I had never seen it. Like, I grew up in the time in which it was popular and everything, but I never actually watched it. And Majira actually came over to hang out, and he was like, "Yeah, hey, I know you said that you, well, okay, so I missed some part of the story. So he was coming over to hang out, and the reason why was because I had recently had back surgery and nobody was there to help me and take care of me, because I wasn't able to like get up and walk around or anything like that. So, literally, he came over to help me out because I couldn't walk, I couldn't go get food because my back was all stitched up. And so he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll make sure that you're okay. So the entire time he was at my house, we watched all Avatar because I had never seen it. So he made me watch the entire series. And it wasn't really a made me watch. He made me start watching it, and then I just kind of kept watching it because it's a good series. So, how much nicotine is in this? 6 milligrams. Cody, we're doing much better. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate it, friend. So, yeah, I've never seen Evangelion. I tried watching Naruto, but I hated it. Dragon Ball, I didn't watch much of it. Sword Art Online, I didn't like it. I don't like... Avatar's the only, anime that I've watched and enjoyed it because, to me, right, if there's, supernatural things going on, right, like Dragon Ball Z is like, oh, yes, his power level. He is a Super Saiyan. And it's like, I don't like things that don't feel real. Like, Code Geass isn't really that crazy, but it gives you a sense of, anyone in this anime can die at any point. Avatar was the only one where it didn't feel necessarily real, but how the characters reacted with each other and continued to talk with each other, it felt real. And I loved that. What?
Well, I think the point you're trying to get across is Avatar has rules. Something like Dragon Ball Z, it will establish rules in the beginning and then it will break them 3 episodes later.
Yeah.
Like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or some shit, and it will keep on stacking on top of stacking on top of stacking. And with something like Avatar, you have a show that goes within the confines. There are those 4 elements. It is very rare for one person to be able to master them all, and even then when Aang is fighting the Fire Lord in the last episode, the Fire Lord is extremely skilled in just one type of element bending.
Yeah.
And Aang has 4 of them, and it's still a tough fight. So it can play within its own rules and still be incredibly dramatic and a bit of a spectacle, which gives it its grounding.
Yeah, and I like that in an anime where it doesn't feel like any one character is overpowered. If it's if I watch something that's wow, this guy can pretty much kill anybody because he somehow has some remarkable ability that gives him that. It makes the anime boring for me.
I think the biggest problem is that's a trope with most anime. Same thing with Inuyasha. Same thing with especially fucking Elfenlied or Elfenlied or however you pronounce it, and a lot of others. But then there are shows I have 2 specific examples. There's one which is Fist of the North Star, and that one is serious, but at the same time, it's very campy in its overly seriousness, kind of on a level of Mad Max, where one guy is overpowered, but it's still amazing nonetheless, just because of how ridiculous it is. And then there's shows like One Punch Man, which literally takes that trope and turns it into a joke.
Yeah. Which One Punch Man, I like it, but I just haven't had the time to watch it. How did you and Majir become friends? Back when I first really started getting into the fandom, I ended up running into him at a room party, and we hung out a lot, and it was my first con, and it was also my birthday, and so we got to know each other at that con, and we got to hang out and have fun, and that was when we filmed the peanut butter jelly video, which, if you don't know what that is, it's pretty old now, but it used to be a really big topic in the fandom.
It was a real big thing in 2008, my dude.
No, not the video we shot in FWA 2016.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the
Not
original.
peanut butter jelly time.
I was thinking of that from like Newgrounds. I'm like,
No.
are you trying to make me feel old?
No. So we did the music video, and then at the time I was having a lot of hardship because I was going through a divorce at the time, and he was really helpful with me. He got me into doing some more healthier things with my pastime, which I wasn't doing. So he did a lot of like really good things that helped me out. And we became friends. Hey Mark, hope you're having a good stream. I am. Tim Best does Husky. I hope you were having a good night. Wolfchurch is a really good anime. Yes, I completely agree. It's a good anime movie. Mark, I don't like how much you like. I don't know how much you like sports, but since you said it's realistic animes, I would recommend Hajime no Ippo. It's a boxing anime. It's very good. I'll check it out. Sounds good. Mark, why you no bed? Go bed. You need bed. I am going to be streaming for 24 more minutes and then bed. Happy Pride Month, Joshua Blanchard. Yeah, that video is what ended up. That was like the first time that me and Majira had like actually hung out, and that was, I don't know, 2016.
I need to look at that.
It's really dumb. They were just like, yeah, do anything that's silly and stupid. Matt the Wolf, have a good one, friendo. Take care and have a good night. So, what other show besides anime, like anything in Netflix or TV in general? I'm a weird guy. I like Law and Order SVU, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I watch a lot of older shows. Like, I still occasionally watch MASH and Adam 12. I watch stuff like that from time to time. And just really anything that really piques my eye. Like, there was a really good documentary series that was called The Hidden History of America, which was really cool.
Wasn't that on History Channel?
It was on Netflix. That's where I saw it.
Oh.
That was really interesting because it's like it showed a lot of things that most people don't know about, like the different parts of America, different history parts of America that are really important to our history that we just kind of look over and glance over. I thought that was really cool.
Did you ever watch Mythbusters?
Yes, I watched them as a kid.
That was my shit. I always watched that after school on when I was in middle school and high school.
Like what was that other show? How It's Made.
Oh yeah.
I used to love watching How It's Made.
It's so therapeutic.
Yeah.
Because and even if it's like manufactured or handcrafted, it's just like seeing how something is done so seamlessly.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about it.
If you have HBO, they just finished the miniseries in Chernobyl. Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't seen that though, because I don't have HBO.
Does anybody even have HBO unless they're watching Game of Thrones?
Pretty much not that I know of. I watch a lot of fantasy / superhero type stuff. Gers really loves the whole fantasy aspect of animes. Like the only like superhero type of stuff that I've seen is My Hero Academia, which My Hero Academia is kind of gives it that feel of realism because there are limits to everything that everybody can do.
Like I don't know much about My Hero Academia, but I know. God, All Might, that's his name. Like how All Might was injured and he can only temporarily look like his old self.
Don't spoil an anime.
It's everywhere, Jesus!
Don't spoil it. That was last season.
Oh my god, I don't even watch the fucking series. I'm like, who is this guy?
See, Housemaid was my show. Yeah, fuck yeah. The only anime that actually drew me was Evangelion. I still haven't watched that. Have a good one, Cody Hodges. Wait, was I... Did I miss something? I remember seeing something that I was going to talk about. Oh, Mark, did you know about Fjord Frost? What do you mean? Well, his name's Quartz Husky now, but... What do you mean? See, Full Metal Alchemist, I didn't like the show, but I read the manga.
Wait, what was up with Quartz Husky?
I don't know. Somebody said, "Did you hear about Fjord Frost?" I was confused.
All I know is that while he was still Fjord Frost, he did that one collab with Nos. It's still stuck in my head.
Yeah.
The one where he's like, "Hey, I'm gay."
Yeah,
Just
that.
yelled at the top of his lungs.
That was
on
a
the
good.
racetrack screaming on gay.
Just it was on the God. I don't know the name of it. But it's like types of roommates at a freight convention or something like that. And it was the one that is constantly talking about how gay they are. Okay. Just to preface this here, totally fine. Whatever your sexuality is, I support it 100%. I mean, it is Pride Month after all. There's only so many times you should say it before we get the point, though.
I have not seen Ultimate Hellsing. Actually, hold on. Okay, for any like Studio Ghibli fans, I recently got Gerst something that I kind of want myself because it's super good. If you've seen any of the Studio Ghibli movies, you might know what this is. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
It has something to do with my neighbor Totoro. My neighbor Totoro, doesn't it? I have no idea if what I just did was racist.
Heck yeah, Mark is gone. Now we can take over the stream. Hey guys, do you know what Ma's are?
Shut up.
Would you like to purchase home insurance? I'm selling so many homes on this Minecraft server. Only Christian Minecraft server people own
You're
it.
banned. Get out.
Would you like home insurance?
Okay.
Stop. You have violated the law.
So, for Gerst's birthday, I got her this cute little music box. It's got a little heart on it and everything. It's super cute, right? It's a bop. But if you're a fan of Studio Ghibli, you might recognize what it's from. Why do people think that like music boxes are creepy? I just think this is cute. No, it's not The Cat Returns.
I'm getting dragged all the way back to my childhood because I used to have a music box. And then something happened. I'm not entirely sure. It was like my mom's old one, so she probably had it somewhere. But I don't know.
So this is from Castle in the Sky, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen it, but see yeah, it is Castle in the Sky. But I saw this and I was like, oh well, Chris really likes Castle in the Sky, and I thought it was really cute because it's it's like a little heart-shaped music box. Hello, Daisy Gazeta. Hope I said your name right. Yeah, no, Out of Tune or Minor Music Box are the ones that seem eerie. I don't blame you on thinking that one. Because that just reminds you of a horror movie.
It just makes me think of it.
Yeah. Good morning, Lada. Or Lada. Theo just pledged $20 via Patreon. Again? What?
Maybe as a repledge?
Oh, please tell me it's not doing this again. It's doing it again! Damn it!
Yes. Do it again.
No, for some reason, sometimes my Patreon, like, it randomly will just ping everyone's reward tiers.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm having to skip through them all.
Yay, it's like a roller coaster.
It's bad.
Wait, how is it like a roller coaster?
Damn it.
Well, you see, it keeps going and it doesn't stop, and you go wee at every...
Joshua Blanchard, I was in the Army.
I'm not sure if you know this or not, but that's not how roller coasters work. You have to put energy into a roller coaster. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna bore the crap out of everybody if I explain it.
Oh, here comes another one. Everyone, put your hands in the air. Wee. Anyways, I finally finished a stupid Doja Cat meme. If you guys know what that is, I don't know.
I do not.
The botch on Macau or whatever. I don't know. I've seen Majiro like do a bunch of these, but here.
I have Kirkland paper music box, which lets you make a song by punching holes in the strip of paper. That's really interesting. When you were once a child, what was the item show thing that creeps you out or scared you? So my grandmother used to collect I don't know if you know what they are, but like they're the 1960s like real height baby dolls.
Oh.
She used to collect a shit ton of them. And when she started to have real bad Alzheimer's, we moved all of our stuff into our house, into our attic. And since I lived on the second floor, most of the stuff got stored in like a little cubby in the back of our room because we had like a little crawl space. So a lot of my grandmother's stuff was put in there. And so like a lot of the dolls, I would store like some of my like sports equipments that I'm not using because I played like football and baseball. So I'd store anything that I wasn't using for that season in that room, and then the next season I'd go reach back there to try and find it. And I can't tell you how many times I reached in there and pulled out one of those stupid dolls and freaked out. They're not like, yeah, porcelain dolls are what they are. They're like creepy.
Oh, I was gonna ask if they were one of those. I'm guessing. Did you like drop one and the head exploded or some shit?
I did not. Patreon, please stop pinging.
There's a video that is, a movie that is free on Amazon Prime Video, and a game review, I don't know, Cat Icarus, did a review of it. It's called The Creepy Doll. It's one of those so bad it's good movies.
Yeah.
So that would be something interesting. But that's kind of what it's reminding me of.
Yeah. No, the porcelain dolls are just weird. I never liked them.
They were like from either right after or during the Great Depression, so I don't blame you. Then again, I'm not entirely sure what that has to do with it, so I'm just gonna shut up.
So like, when I was a lot younger, like my mom gave each one of the kids, she either created or gave or bought, like our first little like teddy bear or whatever, and mine was a rabbit. I had a little rabbit that I called Rabby. And it was like a little rabbit, and it had overalls on. But when I was a baby, I like chewed it. So like half of the buttons are off of the thing, and it had little buttons for its eyes, and I chewed off the eye socket of it. And my mom keeps all of them in a little box, so that way whenever if she passes away, she can give us back, like our childhood stuff. And she showed me what it looks like now, and I don't know how I enjoyed that thing as a kid. Like, to me now, it looks scary, because like it's missing like an eye socket, and it's like, all chewed up in certain places. But I played with that same toy until I was like 7. It's weird to me. Welcome back, AJ. I hope work was okay.
It's a little strange because I still have a bunch of my old childhood stuff. Apparently, I took immaculate care of them because I have a Tigger plush that is stupid old, and it still looks like as though my parents had just bought it from the store. Actually, you know what? No, I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture on Discord. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, like I remember that. I watched Goosebumps when I was younger too. Yeah. My grandmother gave each of my sisters and me a doll of her own, and that thing was straight into the darkest part of the closet. See, like one of my grandmothers left us Beanie Babies because she used to collect Beanie Babies. So I still have one of the Beanie Babies that she gave me before she passed on. But my other grandmother gave me, well, hasn't given me yet because she hasn't passed, but a whole jar of wheat pennies. And that's what she's going to give us. And so I'm like, it's kind of interesting that, like, you know, it's wheat pennies. And I think that she was trying to do it as like a type of investment, which makes sense. But like, I don't know. It's just a big old jar of wheat pennies now. What is the flavor in your tank? So I'm currently doing. There's a place called Vaporfy in Columbus, and they allow you to pick whatever flavors you want. And so like, there's like watermelon and cheesecake and all like 60 different flavors. And what you can do is you can mix up to 3 for the same price as 1. And so like this one is watermelon cake, and I have another one that's graham crackers and grape. I just wanted to go with something that rhymed. But out of all my favorite ones, like out of all my favorite flavors, I think what's the name of it? It's the flavor that has like the New York City, the New York State logo on it. I can't remember what it's called, but they had one that was like apple pie, and it was super good.
I just sent a picture to you, Mark.
Okay. AJ, it is a good shot. Creep the Wolf. Yes, I am a furry. Hi, yes, I am Mark Sparks. I am a dog. It's not that bad.
No. That's what I mean. Like, the Tigger and the Sorcerer Mickey are about as old as I am.
Wow. That's cute, though.
That's also from when I was like... Well, except for the tiny little Fox McCloud thing, because I'm a dork. But yeah, a lot of that is from when I was 10 or younger.
Spider check. No spiders.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, so I'm going to be ending the stream in about 7 minutes. If you want to make any last minute donations or last minute questions, you can do so. But Majira is going to be streaming in about 7 minutes, so I'm more than likely going to be rating his stream. Yes, Jariel. We're going to be rating Majira when he comes online. Well, it's actually going to be on Kiwi's channel because Majira can't stream.
Did he get his streaming stuff taken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They decided to take it away for no reason. Go YouTube.
I still haven't had any problems with like enemies. I don't know why. Like on Twitter, I'm not shadow banned. On YouTube, I've never had a problem up until they made that sweeping thing of like, oh, you have to have like 1,000 subs and 40,000 hours of views to get,
Yeah.
which I'm gonna try and get that back this year. I don't know how well it's gonna go because I have to stop procrastinating.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never had a problem. It's weird. I guess I just kind of stay out of trouble. I make very political statements on Twitter, or at the very least I used to. So I'm shocked I haven't got hit with a shadow ban yet.
So Maro, I see that you donated $5, and I'm trying to see if Streamlabs will actually play your alert, but it seems like it's going through a Patreon loop. So I'll just read it and pause all the dumb Patreon things. Mara, thank you for the $5 donations, and you say, thank you for answering all my questions. It is not a problem. Thank you for coming and hanging out, and thank you again for the awesome badge that you gave us. It means a lot. So, neither Machiro or Kiwi are answering me. So I'm trying to ping them to make sure that they're going to be streaming. Iron Man, y'all have a good night. Have a good one, dude. I'm sorry, your autocorrect was good.
What the fuck? I'm so confused now.
Well, somebody was meaning to say like, alright man, have a good night. But they said Iron Man, have a good night. Zombie, yes, we're okay now. Luckily, a lot of good old friendos came and helped us out, and we're now in the clear. So, we're good for now. It was just, we're gonna have to contact our attorneys and stuff because this apartment complex is trying to purposely mess us up. So, we're having to deal with that right now. And of course, I will give her a big hug for you. Your landlord sucks. No, I agree. I'm ready to be moving out of here. I really appreciate it, Skillet. It means a lot. We miss you, by the way. We miss you and Zombie Squirrel. And you, AJ. AO was a good time. You should bite them. I don't think that's a good idea, because then it's not a good idea. It's like assault. Assault and eatery. Thank you, Pinkaberry. But yes, so we're going to end the stream here in about 2 minutes. If you have any more questions or anything, let me know. We're waiting for Majir and Kiwi to get on so that way we can raid them. Because they told me they'd be on 11. And if they're not on 11, then I'm going to kick them in the ankles.
Why specifically the ankles?
Because...
Never mind, I just got the joke.
It's not a problem, Marvin. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hey, Mark, do you know your PayPal link? Tori wants to donate to it. So it should be paypal.me/MarkSparks, I think. If not, Gerst tweeted out hers. You could also go there. Let me check my PayPal.me and see if it's right. Kung Fu or Karate? I didn't either. I did Taekwondo.
I did judo.
Did recorder karate.
Alan Dragonwolf, thank you for the $20 donation. I'm sorry, my notifications are all messed up because the Patreon decided to do something and it's messing it up. Thank you so much, Alan. I really appreciate it. Everyone's already done a lot, and it's super, like, the very beginning of the stream, I was very, very, very emotional. So, yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and yes, thank you. How do I get to my PayPal.me again? There it is. No, it's PayPal.me/MarkTheHusky. MarkTheHusky. What's my favorite color? Blue. And blue is my favorite color.
Hashtag Team Blue.
Team Blue. Alright. We're still not streaming. Richter Rat, thank you for the $20, and I greatly appreciate it. Hope everything gets worked out. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, friendo. It means a lot. I know I've said this a million times, but like, I really don't know where I would be if the fandom wasn't here. Because it would not have been. It wouldn't have been good. Dang, this Layers of Fear 2 is a time vacuum. Zombie Squirrel, are you playing Layers of Fear 2? Who got you playing Layers of Fear 2?
What's Layers of Fear 2?
It is an extremely, like... It's an extremely creepy game. The first Layers of Fear was, like, really crazy.
Yeah, it's about, it's kind of like about art and some others.
Hmm.
Yeah, a horror game about art and just stuff that happens.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense. So then you're actually enjoying the game. I mean, yeah, if you've seen my, like, How the Furries Fandom Saved My Life video, you know that it's the same for me on that one. Too. I have a flat top in the year 2019. Fight me. Okay. Let me check Kiwi's Twitter, because they're not responding, and they're not going live, so I'm worried that they're not going to stream. Are either of you streaming? Hello?
If they aren't, my girlfriend is currently streaming Minecraft, and I'm pretty sure she would love an unexpected surprise. Actually, I don't know how she would take that.
Oh, thank you, Zombie Squirrel, for calling them. Tomorrow, no. You would be just fine.
I mean, I was like, it was like during a dark time with my like abusive parents, so I don't know.
That just escalated quickly.
Well, don't worry. This Saturday, I'm gonna like tell them that I don't want to be with them anymore, and I'd rather be with my mom. So.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's fine. You really helped me out, like with the server and everything. It got me away from it.
I'm really happy for that, dude.
It's been like almost a year since I met you two, so that's.
Well,
I just have self-worth problems.
I just hope that it's gotten better. That's all I really try, like, with my content, is to show positivity. So that's all I really want. And like most of the time, my Discord shares positivity, and I have places where if people want to go and vent or, you know, voice some anger or anything, they have a place to go.
Showing positivity.
Positivity.
Someone kill me.
That's gonna be my next video series.
Oh Jesus.
Positivity.
Every sentence is just gonna have a pun in it.
What have I done?
Here's how to spread positivity with your friends.
Friends.
Yeah, no.
I'm a Padawan. uh,
That
any
one
tips?
actually
Chosen one.
Any tips for somebody trying to get into vapes? If you're trying to get into vapes to quit smoking, I can help you out. But if you're just doing vapes to do vapes, I would highly suggest against it, because it's actually not good for you. It's better than cigarettes, yes, but it's not the greatest. Okay, so Kyle's sick, took some meds and fell asleep. Aw. Alright, well, we could always raid Glitch. Because Glitch is alive. And he's a good bean.
Alright, let's raid the bottom boy.
Let's raid the bottom boy.
The
So-
powerhouse itself.
What we're going to do is I'm going to post the link. And I'm going to put a little thing that says, hashtag Barco raid. So go ahead and start climbing in there. And when you see me type in Barco raid, you guys type in Barco raid as well. I'll message Majira, make sure that he's okay. So go ahead, move over there, get ready for the Barco raid. With that being said, have a good night. Wish Majira that he gets better. But that's okay that Majira and Kiwi aren't. I just wanted to go and show my support because, you know, Majira said that he was going to stream. So go ahead and start climbing in there. And everyone, have a wonderful night. Take care, friendos. And remember, wait for me to say Barker Raid. Goodbye!